nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody. What's up, y'all? What's up? Welcome to the Chris Clark Show. It's about to go down. Yeah. Welcome to the Chris Clark Show. Today, man, this is the new podcast I created. Today, we are talking about gender role reversal. Like why in a relationship, the men are now doing roles that traditionally the women do, and vice versa. You know, so, we're going to get it popping. I got my man Kentay Smithbey in the building. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to see what he got to say. Again, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to this podcast. I got my Facebook Live going on for this show. You can follow us on iTunes, on Apple Podcasts. You can download the app on the iPhone or also your Android. For all y'all sinners out there with an Android, you can download Podbean and listen to the Chris Clark Show. I'm excited to be on iTunes right now. They just went on ahead and improved the show, so all the Apple product users download the show, subscribe, like it, review it, give me 5 stars. If you don't think it's 5 stars, then don't do anything at all. So again, this show, I want to say this show is gotta give it up for our sponsorships, man. You know, the number one sponsorship for this show, Chris Clark Entertainment. That's right. Sponsoring my own show. Right. Y'all check it out. ChrisClarkProductions.com. I got a dinner theater show coming up March 16th, in Vineland, New Jersey. Y'all go to my website. Tickets are on sale right now. You can buy them online and you can hit me up and, purchase your tickets. So we're going to hear a lot today. We're going to chop it up with my man, see what he up to, what he doing. We're going to hear from Pastor Leroy Love Offering. He got a sermon for y'all called Taste and See. So, yeah, Kentay, what's going on, brother?
What's up, Chris? What's going on, man? Thank you for having me.
Oh, man, you know, got to have you on the show, brother.
Well, I appreciate you, man. And I just want to give you some props because I was a part of your journey and seeing where you come from and seeing where you're going. And I think it's really major when somebody chooses to take their destiny in their own hands and relying on the faith of God and not the promises in favor of man.
Wow.
So when God put favor on your life, no man can take it off. And to be able to financially supply for your family and take care of your wife efficiently and your kids and doing it with your own income is major because people don't know how tough that is.
Right.
You know, because you waiting on calls. You know, sometimes you booked up like crazy. Sometimes you're like, Lord, is somebody going to call?
Right.
Because bills don't stop coming. You know what I'm saying? And shows don't always come. And I think it's a product of especially when you're from your own area, a prophet has no honor in his own country. So sometimes people become so familiar with you that they don't see the favor on you.
Oh, man.
And I commend you for taking your destiny in your own hands. And I mean that because I can remember when I first went to one of your shows with you in Delaware in the middle school, if I can recall, we on Hopewell Road and the tire blew out.
Oh, yeah.
And you got a half a can of Fix-A-Flat and you rolled that donut down. I don't know how you did it. The Holy Ghost had to be in that tire. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Jesus be a donut.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you made it to your show and that really inspired me. Like I told you the other day on the phone, it inspired me in my journey to know that if you really want it, no matter how much you got Jesus, faith without works is dead. And you exemplify faith and you do that now. So I honor you for what you do. Because you're building multiple streams of income. And then you know what? Not even so much the income, you're giving other people opportunity. So for everybody out there that has watched Chris' journey and seen his journey, and even for those that don't support, start supporting because the Bible says never despise small beginnings. So what's small to you can be big to God. So
right.
So I commend you. Not to go on a tangent, but I just wanted to let you know to be encouraged, man, and keep doing what you're doing.
Man, I appreciate that.
No doubt,
man. I remember that day too in Delaware, man. We the devil tried everything he did. He tried everything he could to stop me from getting to that show, man. We was on 95 riding on the rim, brother.
Yo, And here's the thing for real. I had no faith. I was driving. I was like, this Negro really need to not go to the show. There would be a next time. There'll be one more again.
You were like, yo, just turn around, man.
Just turn around.
Nah, man.
I mean, Jesus ain't got no fish and loaves right here, bro. I'm hungry, bro. I want a sandwich, bro.
Yeah, we went to the store, got a fix-a-flat. Still didn't work.
Still didn't work, man.
Still didn't work, man.
But you made it through, man. And think about it. If you would have quit then, you would quit now.
Right, man. I was, when I was determined, man, I just feel like, this is what God called me to do as far as bringing people, good, clean entertainment. So, I got to go hard, man. I don't go hard or go home.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
I want my family, my kids to see, their father trying to live out their dream and letting them know that it is possible. So, but yeah, man, I appreciate you taking that journey with me and other journeys we done had. We'll talk about it soon.
Yeah. A lot of journeys.
We'll talk about it soon, man.
Wait till we get to millions and we talk about this.
Yeah, right.
They can't blackball us then. We elite.
Yo, real quick shout out to In His Presence Worship Center. They got a event coming up on March 23rd at the Landis Theater. Nikki Carr. They got Nate the Landlord. They got another gentleman, I forget his name, and also hosted by my man from Philly, Hez Green. It's a comedy show. Tickets are $20. Y'all can hit up Pastor Gary. He's on all social media. It's going to be a fire show, man. I wish I could be there myself, but I got a prior engagement. But it's going to be a fire show. So shout out to In His Presence Worship Center in Millville, New Jersey. Pastor Gary Cornish. March 23rd, they got a comedy show. The Next Level Comedy Show is what it's called. I actually shared it on my Facebook page, so y'all can check that out. But before we get into the topic and we talk about gender role reversals, we want to hear from everybody's favorite pastor right now. The pastor with his own revelation, Pastor Leroy Love Offering. Y'all check him out with Taste and See.
In my 2 minutes, can I shout about it? Well, y'all, I want to tell y'all a little something about my message today. It comes from a young man that came to my church on Sunday because we took communion on Sunday, and he came to me at the church and he said, Pastor Love Offering, I never experienced communion like y'all do here at Shacking Up. I said, well, that's all right, because we're doing a new thing over here. He said, I understand that, Pastor, but answer this. He said, y'all using honey buns instead of crackers for the communion. I said, crackers ain't biblical. Huh? Can I shout about it? It ain't biblical to use crackers for communion? Honey buns is biblical. Huh? The Bible says he's sweet as honey. Huh? We trying to taste and see that the Lord is good. Can I shout about it? Huh? So it's biblical to use a honey bun. Because it's sweeter than a honey bun. Huh? I want to taste them. Huh? He said, all right, Pastor, cool. I can understand that. But tell me that, why are y'all using Hennessy instead of the traditional grape juice or wine for communion? I said, that ain't biblical either, huh? Ain't no grape juice biblical, huh? I said, wine is biblical, but we don't want to drink it. He said, but the Hennessy is making people get drunk at the communion. I said, that ain't sinning, huh? The Bible said, don't be drunken of wine, not Hennessy. Can I shout about it? If I would gave them wine and they would have got drunk, then we're sinning. Can I shout about it? So we doing things biblically over there at Shacking Up Baptist Church. You better get right, huh? If y'all ain't using honey buns or Hennessy for communion, you're sinning, huh? Churches better step their game up. We doing it right over there at Shacking Up Baptist Church, huh? Now, I'm Pastor Leroy Love Offering, and that's my 2-minute sermon. Can I shout it back?
Buzzing here to say.
Shout out to Pastor Love. Taste and see. Y'all better get some honey buns and Hennessy. Get some honey buns and Hennessy at your church, man. Hey, listen, I apologize for the technical difficulty we was having over here. So, you know, if y'all want to hear the message again, y'all can go to chrisclarkcomedy.com. Pastor Love often got all his sermons on there. Oh man. Kentay, what's going on, bro? What's going on with
I'm
you?
chilling, man. I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed.
Good, man. Good.
Thankful to be here.
Yeah, man. Give everybody your social media handle before we get started.
Well, on Instagram, on IG, I'm Motivator May 37. Motivator May 37. You need to know how to spell, so I ain't gonna spell it for you.
Yeah.
Motivator May 37. And Kentay
Right.
Smithbey on Facebook on your page. You probably see my mother on my page with me. But yeah, add me, man. Add me. You know, I was trying to give out some inspiration daily, and go to Chris Clark. Check Chris Clark comedy out on IG and Chris Clark on Facebook, man. We're just trying to give our part to this world,
Right.
And that's it. That's all we're trying to do is give our part to the world, and we all add our parts, man, and not worried about who's in what lane. We all can get things accomplished, and that's leading people to Christ and inspiring lives, you know. So
Yeah, true, man. True good. Listen, man, we today for our Can We Talk About It segment, we are talking about gender reversal.
wow.
You know, why is it in today's time that men and women kind of switch roles in the household? You know, the men are acting like the women, and the women are acting like the men. So Kentay, can we talk about it, man? You know, let's talk about it. What's going on? What you think?
I think for me, honestly, Chris, I was just thinking about this on the way here. Looking at your life, right, and you and Brittany, how I think your marriage is a staple for the culture, for the community, and for the church. And I think relationships, family is for the culture, for the community, and for the church. And getting married young, just think about even some family. You know, I'm edgy, and I'm glad. You know, even some family, whether on both sides or even people in the community and the
Right.
culture, black folks, our own people in the church. They're young, they're not going to make it. Why? Because they've seen other marriages fail. And not in a judgmental way. Your marriage has outlasted a lot of marriages. And you and your wife genuinely love each other. And that don't come from just God. It comes from the ability to continue to cultivate one another.
Right.
And I think the role reverse so much now is because we got to get back to the origin, and that's God. And a lot of people don't want to talk about that. Right. Because they have seen so many marriages. We know the divorce rate in church is higher than the divorce rate in the community.
Right.
You know, and I think it's like that in the church. It's like that in the church for the simple fact that we don't deal with community issues. We make community issues church issues. So you're married, you're the deacon, you're the evangelist. You have to mask your marriage. So when you mask your relationship, that takes away from the mission. And it goes back to the origin of God. Like when God created, and I want you to piggyback on this, when God created Adam and Eve, here's what's so powerful. It's that God took the man that he created and placed him in the garden eastward of Eden. So Adam was placed there.
Right.
He fell asleep there, and surgery was performed there, but he was not born there. So he said he took the man and placed him there. So now when Adam came into the Garden of Eden, when Eve was created, Adam was asleep. He was sedated. He was God there was an anesthesiologist.
Right.
He put him to sleep and he created her. And why did God effectively and appropriately do that? Because he did not want us to get involved in the process.
Wow.
And I think for relationships, we say you're supposed to be like that. You're supposed to be, you're a man's supposed to do this. You think about this. And I'm going to let you pick it back from here. The role reversal happens because the information that women are exposed to that cause them to be independent, the information that we're exposed to call us to have pressure. We go in the house and the barbecue mom's in there talking about what she going through with her husband. Auntie talking about what she going through, maybe her side dude, and young teenage niece pregnant at 19 years old, and the 8-year-old daughter's getting all that information. You come in, and you got to use the bathroom. Go outside. Women in here talking. So now he goes outside, and he's using the bathroom in the woods.
Yeah.
Already being trained how to have an animal mentality.
Wow.
While they're getting information. So now the women are delicate and men are more aggressive because of the information that we are not privy to. Our fathers didn't teach us how to hold our mother's hands or try to hug us. And that's why a guy can get a Valentine's card from Family Dollar and not thinking nothing of it. And she's saying, well, you don't care about me. Well, that's not true. He just don't know how to care because he wasn't taught that you were a flower. He was taught, buy her everything she wants, do this for that, and make her happy. And ultimately, our jobs is not to make each other happy. It's to make each other be the best we can be for God. And then we become the best for each other and the best for our families.
Wow. That's dope, man. You said a mouthful there, brother. You said a mouthful. So, with that being said, we grew up and, we was always taught that the man has to take care of his family. He has to be a provider, the protector. So growing up, you always felt like, I know you probably felt the same way, that we always had to be the breadwinner. We had to make the most money because we had to provide for our family. You know what I mean? So, but in today's time, it's more women making more money than there are men. So my question is, do you feel like the person that makes the most money in the house, feel like they're in control or they're the head of the house?
I think people feel that way because of all the things that we're exposed to now, social media, Instagram, Housewives of Atlanta's, shows that show women being prominent, that gives them the forefront. And I think women, let's be clear, women are the most amazing thing that God created along with kids. Because they can reproduce life. They can do stuff that we cannot do. Women are amazing. And women, if you're watching out there, if you're going to Chris Plays, you guys are amazing. But I think that the level of independency comes, or the level of control comes when heartbreak happens. Okay. Who there's daddy issues. I trusted this man with everything and he hurt me, because when daddy fails, woman expects man to be husband and daddy and boyfriend and friend. And a lot of guys, I believe, spend time trying to be something that they think a woman wants, and versus what she needs. And sometimes she don't know what she needs, and she expects you to know and to figure it out, because if you love me, you will.
Right.
And the truth is, we don't know. And the truth
at
is,
all, we don't know.
They don't know. We're not smart as you guys, okay? I'm going to tell you that. Actually, I am in the GED stages of a relationship. No, but honestly, I think the power comes from having the wrong friends around you, seeing your friends and their husband life. Most people say, well, they'll tell their husband, such and such, Janet's husband do this for him. But you don't know, Janet's husband could be abusing her, got 5 side women. Janice is secretly suffering, but she has to put on a facade for you because some friends are in competition with each other. So the pressure of her making more money should not be a problem, because like I said, it goes back to it. As much as we want to kind of spin around it, we can, is the origin of God. Because when real love is instituted, bank accounts is not counted. Whether he works at KFC or she drive cabs, if the love is real, it can be cultivated. Money can come and can go. Yeah. But that love will always remain. So you always can you think about this. You done came from apartment to house to shaky credit to good credit, to rough marriage to wow, man, it's been 10 years and I'm in love with her, and more, because there's stages that we go through in these level of love, and nobody is all put together. None of us have it all together. So we understand that it's more of a cultivation in a relationship and not a control. We'll be more successful, and you won't even count money. We understand that I'm watering. This season I might be the breadwinner. Next season he might be the breadwinner, because one thing that we know, life happens even when we don't want it to happen. And some things you don't see coming. It could be a car accident. It could be you just getting sick out of nowhere, and then you got to look at the same person that you look down on come up, and they might have to take care of you. So I think women are powerful. Women are because women really don't trust men. So they go.
Why y'all don't trust us, women? Why?
They go extra.
We love you.
They go extra hard because even when you marry someone, they don't trust you. You have to constantly prove yourself to them because they need to be protected, right. and it's an ongoing process. I think men think more of the physical state of being. Like, if I give her some good sex, she's gonna stay. If I do this, sometimes women don't know what they want. That's why they can come in the house and they can get a painting from.
Especially they don't know what they want to eat.
Right.
They don't know what they want to eat. Babe, what you want? I don't know.
But want to eat yours.
Yeah. You be like, hey, let's get some KFC. I don't want that. But what do you want? I don't know.
Right. So if I learned anything from relationship per se is to, as a man, you set the temperature in your relationship. And if whatever you become, she's going to be. And you got to, we use that word. You tell a woman, you got to be real careful. You need to submit to me. And I think we become more of instructors in our household versus priests. You know, even in the church community, a man will throw a Bible scripture at his wife versus just be your wife at home. You ain't at church. You ain't deacon, whoever. You know what I'm saying? At home. And I think we have to understand that women have so many layers and variations to them. And you have to humble yourself and be willing to become her for her to become you.
Wow. So what do you say to people that, well, I guess I'll say, what do you say to like men who is okay being like not providers? I mean, is that like, because we know in the Bible it says that's our role as a man, so what do you say to those men that feel comfortable not providing, basically like staying at home and letting the wife go out, being the breadwinner, like basically not contributing at all?
Well, I think that's totally not cool. And I say that because end of the day, nothing is a guarantee. And she will get tired. I think we get so comfortable in relationships that we do everything to get her, but don't do everything to keep her.
Say that again.
You do everything to get her and you pursue her, but when you get her, you don't do everything to keep her.
Wow.
I don't feel like nobody belongs to you. In life, especially when I lost my mom, Chris, I realized that titles do not warrant people to be who you think they should be. That's why we get so heartbroken. You was my husband. I can't believe you ever cheated. Well, believe it, because he is flesh.
You're right. He's human.
Your wife cheated on me. Oh, it's impossible. No, you can get past that. You can get past things that, even in your relationship right now, and you having a breakdown right now, you guys can get past that. I'm talking about husband and wife. So I'm not talking about boyfriend and girlfriends.
Yeah.
You don't really fight for a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship like you do in marriage. Let's be clear on that. But you can get past it if you're willing to humble yourself. But I think for guys that do that, you have to secure her on all levels, man. And I learned that because, listen, let's not get it twisted. In younger years of my life, I was what you want to call a lame. So I was the guy that like, hey, man, she's going to give me her bread. I'm going to take it. I was out here like a savage, man. I didn't care. And then when I realized that these females start waking up, it's like, yo, dude, I ain't really rocking with you no more. I was like, oh, so it's not my physical members that do it. It's not the looks. It's not my muscles. You got to secure her in every area, because guess what? There is an outside.
Oh, yeah.
As long as they create Walmarts and malls and jobs and places and churches, it's somebody else out there that's going to look the part. It's somebody out there that's willing to say to your wife something you ain't saying. It's somebody out there that's checking you out, Chris. I ain't like this, but you're a handsome brother. You my brother, but you're a handsome brother. You got stuff going for yourself. So you know why your wife is able to, through Facebook, even when she around you, kissing and hugging, my baby is this and that, because she understands that you need to be cultivated. You understand she need to be cultivated.
I'm tender.
Oh my God. Don't start playing G.Y. the Pony, please.
I got the track now.
But I think you have to secure on all levels. And now as an older adult, I'm learning that my finances has to be in order. My faith has to be in order. My friendship has to be in order. So I have to be a friend with my companion, my future. You have to be friends so that she can be willing to talk to you, be a safe place. You have to be a provider so she know if I want to take off work, if I get pregnant, I want to take off a year, that's just solidifying those finances. So you have to make her secure in every area, because when a woman doesn't feel safe, she's exposed to anything. And that's what Adam did with Eve. He exposed her because he left her all alone.
Yeah, he did. He straight snitched on her.
He's over there eating honey butter Hennessy. Had a side.
He straight told God on it. Hey, look, man, this lady you gave me, she did it. But the women. Let's talk about the women real quick. What do you say to those women that allow their men to be like that? That they don't mind taking care of the man and you know, buying them stuff, letting them lay in the house, play video games.
Oh man.
And then, you know, he's not providing or giving her what she needs. Like you said, you said a few minutes ago, she's exposed now because now she's basically taking care of a grown kid. You know what I mean?
Man boy.
Yeah, so like when they got together, it was the looks, it was the muscles,
Right.
it was the great sex.
Right, yeah.
But
all fades.
Yeah, all that's kind of faded away. That got you in the house.
Right,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
that's good.
That got you in there. That got you her buying you and buying you clothes and
you was a field Negro, now you're in the house.
Yeah. You was a house Negro, now you're a field Negro, now you're a house Negro.
The forgot.
Yeah, but now you in the house. Now you ain't cooking. You ain't sweeping the floor. You just your girl coming off work, you know, and you just sitting there chilling. Baby, them dishes need washing, them clothes need washing. She's tired. But what do you say to the women that allows that?
I would say this though, and women again. Let's just be clear. This is all to impact both genders. Women, us men, let me talk about it in a collective manner because I'm not coming from a judgmental perspective because I have filled all roles. I was a dog role, I was this role, I was that role, I was the gigolo role, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
I think they're only going to do what you allow. And what I realize is that most women, I'm going to say this, most women want what they can't have.
Mm.
So that's why you see a girl chase a dude that don't want her. Or you can see a woman be in a relationship with a man for 10 years and he cheat on her and she leaves him for cheating, but then she'll be with a man that has a whole wife, whole girlfriend.
Married man, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I know. I ain't judging. Y'all see my testimonies. I'll keep it 100. But she wants what she can't have. So a lot of times they settle for what they have because it's familiar. Most women don't want to start over.
Right. They don't want to be alone.
And don't want to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
But they act like, well, I don't care about nothing. You know, when a woman, you know, it's like you meeting a woman, she has all this attitude. She's really sensitive. She's really sensitive. So she tries to prove that she's not because she has a wall up. But men only going to do what you allow. And women, y'all are blessed. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you guys, let me give you a props right here. Women, y'all will take us in if we didn't have a dime. Y'all would love us when we have nothing. Y'all will give us somewhere to stay, somewhere to lay our head when we have nothing. I'm a prime example of it. And we don't appreciate it because we get comfortable because we think that you guys are doing that because what we're physically giving you. And you're doing that to teach us that I support you. I love you no matter what. And I want the best for you because women are cultivators. There's a man that has a woman that's willing to cultivate him can do anything that he wants to do. But here's the problem. The problem. Women, I'm going to tell you what, when you settle for that, this is the problem that you create. After a while, there's going to be another guy. Not because you are Horace. Let's not get that twisted. Because you are human and you are vulnerable and you're going to look for safety. And guess what? You're going to get so familiar with what you got home and not let it go that you're going to find yourself with somebody else or a situation that you don't deserve and settling for. And after a while, things are going to clash. And he's going to get so familiar with you letting him stay there. When you tell him he got to leave, I ain't going nowhere.
Wow.
We create our own monsters. It's almost like a teddy bear. Let's use a teddy bear. Let's say a teddy bear was a bear was a baby bear. And when you feed that bear, that bear start getting teeth and that bear start to realize that it's stronger than you. And you tell that bear, sit down. Now that bear is growling at you because you fed it so much, what it want, when it want, and dictated your emotions and your life so much. Now that bear is taking control over your whole house. Now that bear is sitting on here, like you said, playing the Xbox when you come in, smoking out your crib with their friends. What you gonna cook? I'm hungry. Negro, you've been home all day sitting around doing nothing. But I'm telling you what, women, you guys have the power to choose what you want. But don't take that independency so far that you lose the value and respect for a man that really might care for you. Don't curve what's going to cultivate for what's that's going to put you in circumstances.
Wow. Wow, man. Jason said, Kentay got me pulling out my dictionary. Brother knew all the big words.
Jason Nicholson or Lee?
Jason Lee.
Lee is, hey, Jay, chill. Yo, Jason, you crazy, bro. Something is really wrong with you. I love you, bro.
Hey, I'm glad you said all that, because like, I feel like that is true. Like a woman that's there for a man, kind of, you know, telling him what he needs to hear. It goes a long way. Mm-hmm. It goes a long way. My wife, she does that for me. Whether I want to admit it or not, she does that for me. She encourages me, even though I know I'm a little overweight. I'm getting there, though. I'm down 13 pounds, though. Bro.
Oh yeah. I was checking you out. You should wear all black. Like that's what I do sometimes when I don't want them to see. All black, like you got abs, you got black on, bro.
Yeah, you know, she still tell me I'm sexy, I look good, and I mean, it motivates me. It motivates me to keep going.
But you're a handsome brother, man. Like it's all good. Men don't say that's another thing. Men don't say that to men, man. Ain't nothing homophobic about saying another brother's handsome. I think that's weird, man.
Right? Or I love you.
That's it.
You know, everything nothing wrong with that. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Solid.
How you doing? Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely agree with you that, you know, not like I feel like if a woman takes care of man, like that should motivate you to take care of your woman. Wow. Like my wife, you know, I see her in the kitchen. She cooks dinner. You know, sometimes we switch off, but she cooks more than me. You know, she in there folding clothes now. You know, and then she you know, doing laundry and things like that. And, you know, and sometimes she makes my life easier at times.
Sir, bro.
Like, why wouldn't I want to work hard for my family? Why wouldn't I want to take her on a shopping spree or get her that new couch she wanted or go outside and make sure the car tuned up, make sure the car got some gas in it. She's taking care of me. I'm taking care of her. Like, I can't be cool with a man that lets his woman take care of him and he just sits on the couch all day. Right. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, it's my girl. Yeah, I got my boys over. Yeah, babe, yo, fix me and my boys something to eat. Right. You know what I mean? Like you,
and then have a nerve to talk crazy. I didn't witness, like, Aaron got a nerve to talk crazy to her in front of her homies. Yeah, like and your homie can't, and then you wonder why your homie in her inbox.
Right.
Because you put it out there, you know?
You know he'd been there inbox. Yo, you can do better than that.
Right.
You know
I mean? Yeah.
I see you, queen.
That's
real brothers is watching.
Yeah. You deserve it. You deserve better. Yeah.
Right? You know, and then when your girl, you know, when your woman, your wife, she cheat on you with that guy that, like you said earlier, told her something that she's not hearing from you. And then, you know, you're going to be singing that Tank that I deserve.
Please don't go. Yeah.
Please. So, Kentay, let me ask you this. Do you think the role reversals create broken homes?
Absolutely. I think, and I meant to touch on this, when God created Adam and he created Eve, it says he took the rib from man and he opened up the flesh thereof and opened up the woman's flesh and placed the rib there. So, woe man, W-O, she's a part of man and man is a part of woman because she's attached to him. And I think that we have to understand that men are just as emotional as women or even more. We get sick, we act like we about to die. They get sick, they going to work, they taking the kids to basketball practice, right, doing different various things. And women are independent because they're part man. So there's a strength and a weakness transfer on both parts. And I think, man, in a broader spectrum, man, it's really affecting homes because now you have. You know, I can talk about my situation, and I'm glad this topic was amazing, man. I'm glad that God gave this to you because I created so many broken homes.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Having baby moms,
yeah,
having kids, and one state and kids in another state, and you know one thing, I don't regret my children. I have great children. I have great kids, mothers. They're amazing. Shout out to y'all for being everything that you guys
The real
are
MVP.
when I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? They covered me in so many ways, and even when I wasn't being a great father, my sister covered me. It was, you got to be transparent because it's not where I am, it's where I was.
Right.
And I think the worst thing for me though is when I look at you and I see your pictures on Facebook. I look at you and your wife, and I look at your kids, and I'm just so blessed how y'all highlight the accomplishments with your kids, and I'm like, man, that's a man. You know what a man to me is? Like, I just got to say this, is on my heart. A man to me is somebody that can be with one woman, no matter what. That's a real man. A real man is a man that don't have to jump around when tough times come. I wasn't a man, bro. Right. So I think it creates broken homes. I wish that I can. One thing I regret is not having the ability to wake up to my kids every day.
Wow.
If they get sick, I had to come from miles away. So what if I got to come from miles away and my kid died? And I didn't have that last moment to even see them or to look in their eyes or
Right.
So now when kids got to go to bed at night, I just sometimes think like, what is my daughter's thinking? What is my son's thinking when he might be dealing with something he can't talk to mom about, can call me on the phone, but really want me in that room saying a prayer with him on my knees.
Yeah.
Or laying down with him and just talking to him. So it damages home so much because now you got women in roles that they don't want to be in. Understand what I'm saying? Women don't want to wear the cape. They just left to fix the pieces, bro. Yeah. Most men, and I was one dude, we break the pieces and we shatter the pieces and we leave them there to fix it their self, which is totally unfair. I was selfish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Because we leave the pieces. We leave the pieces. Pieces could be having sex with them, then cheating on them and leaving them with kids, and they got to wake up 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. You might be out running with your other joint.
Yeah.
But they left with that. So now the sons are like the man down in the house. Now the stepdad might come in and be a great role model. But he ain't going to know how to appreciate the step-pop because he mad at his dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So everything that he doing, he only mad because he want his dad to do it.
Right.
So now she got to deal with the pressures of him talking back to the mom and standing up to her and telling the mom, I hate you. And the mom didn't do nothing wrong because they're looking for love from their dad. And now you got women going out here and they're sleeping with men and they're doing this. That's why I don't like using the word, like, oh, she a hoe, she a thought. Nah, she looking for love. Because most women when they lay down and give their bodies to a man, especially, because, for instance, you married yours. Yeah. But when women give men their virginity, if they haven't been raped, and God bless those that have, and that they will believe in love again, if they're not raped, the most sacred thing a woman can give you is their body. Mm. So they're looking for love in the wrong places and the wrong faces because of the environments they was exposed to. So if my dad didn't love me, and my mom didn't love me, then I'm not going to say the word, but in their mind, who gives a F? Nobody cares. So if they don't care, I'm going to take on a mentality like a man, although I'm not comfortable with it, but I got to be hard on him for him to love me. I got something to prove now. And all I want to do is be delicate. I just want to be a flower. That's all I want to
be. Wow. Man, you got a lot of word in you, brother. Man, that's deep though, man. I definitely appreciate you, putting yourself out there like that, and telling your testimony, man, because you're definitely helping people. I know people out there listening, man. Shout out to everybody listening on Facebook and, also the podcast. We're talking about gender role reversal, for the people that's just now tuning in. And, we really getting deep in it. We saying it, how it create broken homes and things of that nature. Tell me this: Do you think the men are becoming more feminine?
I think, like you said, I thank you for this topic, man. I just think
no
I think it's something that can last forever, but I think it can help us. And I'm only being transparent, just like when I did a video before about what I went through, because I want to help people, man. I think it's important to really, really help people. For me, I think that yes, they're becoming more feminine just for the absence of the father in the home. Yeah. I don't like the word gay either. I don't like that word. People are misguided. People are looking for love, and people do things for love and attention. And of course, people say, well, they're born that way. And I believe in Jesus Christ.
Right.
You're not born that way.
Right.
You're born in sin and shaping in iniquity, but God did not create you that way. And sin has created things that never was supposed to exist.
Right.
So when you see femininity in kids at a young age, sin did that. God didn't do that. So for you out there in Facebook world or wherever you might be, I don't know if you believe in Allah, Buddha, whoever you might believe in, but I believe in Jesus Christ. And God is not the fault for somebody dealing with homosexuality. God is not the fault for you liking women. God is not the fault for you liking men. The reality is sins create something that you cannot control because you don't have God. So if you don't have God, you don't even know the seed. You just think that it's okay, and it becomes normal because you're looking for love in all the wrong places and all the wrong faces. So it's causing guys that really want to be straight to be feminine,
right?
And to be homosexual. Girls that really want a man. We can relate to each other now. So people, it's like the world. People gravitate. That's why you see so many people, Chris, selling out. Like you grinding out. You're not selling out. You could have sold out for money. You can be a peasant and a pawn, but you're willing not to because you believe what God says. So people don't have the voice of God in their ear because they don't have a relationship with God. So they believe what people say. So they gravitate to what's popular. Like you look through Facebook world, people don't even have their own opinion because they gravitate to what's popular because what's popular gives you a place to hide, gives you a place of security, but it's false security. So I believe this. I'm gonna tell you this. If you're out there right now and you're struggling with homosexuality and you saying that, man, I want kids one day. I want a wife. Ask God to help you.
Right.
Connect, because God can change you, man. I
He
believe
can.
that. You don't have to stay the same. People will always look at you and say, but you don't have to stay the same. Women, if you out there and you love women, if you want to change, God can change you. I'm not judging you because guess what? We all have some issues. We all have some struggles, and He loves you for who you are. He wants to pour the potential out of you. But the origin, you don't understand. The Bible says this: when kids are born out of wedlock, thank God, there's a different protection on the Clark kids. Because they're born in the confines of relationship and marriage and God. Think about this. The Bible says when kids are born out of wedlock, and that goes for my kids are deemed according to the Bible unholy.
Wow.
So I created a circumstance and a situation with my kids that I got to reverse.
Reverse the curse.
I brought them in here. That's power. Say it again.
Reverse the curse.
I brought them in this world under a connection, but not a covenant.
Wow.
So when your kids are deemed unholy, and I got to say this, Chris, that's why kids, I know you don't like to hear it, but it's true. That's why kids come in this world blind. Sin. Kids come in this world crippled. Sin.
Wow.
That's why women have menstrual cycles. Sin.
Yeah.
That's why you have childbirth pains. Sins. And God did not do that because of the fall of man. You think about this. This is so powerful. Thank you, man. This is so powerful to me. Think about this. Most kids might see their mom grow up smoking crack, right? Or see their dad smoking crack. And they hated the drug dealer, but then they become the drug dealer.
Wow.
Because unholiness has traveled down. You become, some people right now are drunks because their dads were drunks. You think about it on a larger scale. Steph Curry shoots threes.
Yeah.
And he shoots better than his dad, but he wears number 30. Del Curry was a shooter.
Yeah.
Now Steph Curry shoots too. They all can shoot the shots.
Right.
Because that's what their dad did. They were exposed to the NBA before Steph got to the NBA. Everybody's surprised that Steph can make threes. But he was shooting with NBA players when he was 5 years old. So whatever you're exposed to, if you don't have God, you will become it, and it will kill you no matter what.
Wow. Wow, man. That explains a lot. That definitely explains a lot, man. And yeah, like you said,
does it make sense to you?
It definitely made sense because it's like you gotta have God. Like that's the moral of the story.
Man, no matter what, man,
you gotta have God in your life, man.
I'm trying not to go back to it, but I can't. Yeah, we can't shake them. You know what I'm saying?
I know it's like because it's like we all, even us growing up in church kids, PKs, whatever you want to call us. We all tried to go out in the world. Man, we tried. We clubbed, we drank, we smoked. But
I tried in Christ and out of Christ.
Yeah, in Christ and out of Christ.
You know what I'm saying? That's real.
I ain't gonna lie either. I went to the club Saturday night, in church on Sunday.
Not this Saturday. We're talking about years ago.
I'm not a couple months ago. You know. Nah,
since we tell the truth, man, I watch war now.
Nah, a few years ago, back before I was married, my BM days before marriage.
Shit, you welcome, yeah.
Nah, you know what I mean? Like, cause that's what, we did, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Right.
The Bible say train up a child in the way they should go. So the whole foundation of God being in my life. Shout out to my mom for introducing me to God, keeping me in church my whole life. I made a career out of it.
Shout out to Amy. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, man. Like I've never let go of my roots, and God has always been there. Now, here I am years later, married 10 years. Now I'm bringing my children up. You know what I mean? We had 2 kids out of wedlock. You know what I mean? My third one, the worst one we had in the marriage. Nah,
so you said you got 2 Negroes and 1 nigga, no?
Yeah. You said it, not me.
Brent, I'm just playing. Please don't cut me. I'm right next to your kitchen. Please don't cut me. Like Retribution said, just don't trim that fat.
Right.
Retribution would kill me.
But God was always there, and He always pulled me back.
Yes.
Pulled me back. You know what I mean? Like you can't go too far.
Oh man.
You know what I mean?
Bro.
So
wow.
I feel like I never been a smoker. You know what I mean? Tried to taste and see a little bit. You know what I mean?
Pastor Love said that was all right, though, bro.
He said it was all right, so I'm good now.
That's Bible.
It's biblical.
If he said that's Bible, bro.
It's biblical.
It's biblical.
But like my pastor, he said, I feel like I go hard for Christ because my pastor, he said we travel further to get in trouble.
Whew,
you know what I mean? So we went
man.
hard.
Yeah.
In sin. Why we can't go hard for Christ?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you said a mouthful, man.
Oh man,
I'm over here and getting lessons, brother. I appreciate you for this, man.
No, I appreciate you.
Listen,
man.
We just don't want to jump, on the men or the women, but we also on the Chris Clark show, we like to encourage them.
Right.
You know what I mean? What you've been doing basically the whole show, giving a little both. But, what do you say to not just a man, not just a woman, but as a couple? We might have married couples going through this, engaged couples or, what do you say to them that's kind of living in a role reversal, relationship? Like, what do you say?
I think that the roles can definitely be changed. It takes recultivation. Start a new seed. Plant something new and watch something new grow. No matter how bad the trees is and no matter how rotten the leaves or the branches are falling off, guess what? There's a tree somewhere else. Yeah. And sometimes when you can't see that tree, you have to still plant it. And everything starts with a seed. Like you look at the mustard, you look at the mustard seed tree, the tree is bigger than the seed. Mm-hmm. But the tree came from the seed. Mm. You can pluck the seed and throw it in the grass and you won't even be able to see the seed again, but you always be able to see that tree.
Right.
You're going to have to call a tow truck to pull that tree up or call the demolition people to pull that tree up. And I think the roles can be back reversed, but I believe that men have to stop hiding. Even in church, the problem ain't the women. We'll say women are so catty. No, men are more catty than women.
Yeah. Women dominate the church.
Yeah, exactly, because men can't come and they can't be honest or be naked in front of each other, and naked for far as just telling the truth and exposing themselves. And then if you do that, then you got people pillow talking. Going back home, hey, guess what, honey? Guess what Chris and Kentay was talking about? I ain't going to say nothing. Is she going to tell somebody? Because there's always one person you tell something.
Oh, yeah.
And that one person going to tell somebody. Now 12 people know your business. But I think that men have to start being vulnerable, and women, you have to be receptive to his vulnerability. So when he tells you, like, you hurt my feelings, don't say you're a punk,
right?
Or a man ain't supposed to act like that. No, he's a human. Everybody. So what is a man supposed to act like that? Or when she come talk to you and she tell you something, don't use it against her in the next conversation. Because I think just imagine, think how powerful this is. And we're gonna talk about a married church couple saying that, babe, I'm tempted. This is the woman and the man both saying, I'm tempted. The devil been putting stuff in my mind.
Right.
The first response to a religious couple is going to say, you supposed to be saved. You a pastor.
Oh, yeah.
You are evangelist. You ain't supposed to think
Bringing
that
up
way.
Titles.
Nah, what you supposed to say is, babe, I thank you for coming to me and sharing this with me. What do I need to do to make you feel safe? Versus saying, who is that nigga you talking about? Who is that? She didn't say it was nobody else.
Right.
Because women create stuff in their head that's not there. So a man will physically, let's just be honest, a man will go out and cheat before a woman would.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. Because we think physically, because we try to get over our stuff physically. They'll sit in the bed and cry 7, 8 months, or maybe a year or two before they even give a guy their number. Mm-hmm. It's the truth. Yes. We try to make like all women are bad. No. They just been hurt, and women are mostly who they are because of what we done. Yeah. If we're honest, so you have to be vulnerable and give her your sensitive side, and you have to also be stern. But everything you do it in love. I think we say telling somebody that, you know what, babe, maybe you can work on that versus you need to change.
Right.
That we got to be real careful. But the roles can reverse, woman, if you know what you want from him, and demand it, but demand it with love. Say it the right way. You know what you want from her? Demand it with love, because I don't believe that a man is put on this earth to just please a woman and get nothing. I don't believe a woman is put on this earth to please a man and get nothing. But the roles will reverse if we're honest enough to say, regardless of our titles, regardless of how long we've been married, regardless of the fact that we need to get married or we want to get married, we still have to be friends every single day.
Have to be.
Every single day.
We got to like each other, too.
And if you get married, honestly, if you get married, and I know Chris will contest to this and agree to this, if you get married, get counseling.
Yes.
Not just from the church, but the church and outside influence. I recommend it. Find a couple that's super old, like they're 70, 80 years old. That because what that means is that they know what it's like to be in a storm and survive it. You don't want to find a couple that's all together. You want to find people that might have cheated on each other before, that might have been through storms, because they might help you save your marriage in 2019 when it is good in 2017.
Oh. Wow.
So it looks good now, but it's always possible for any of us to fall. And Chris is encouraging me through this. That's why you should not judge people. Chris said that everything reverts back to God. We're all living by grace. Mm-hmm. So if you're in a separation in your marriage right now and you feel like it is over, God can still fix it if you're willing to plant something new.
Wow. And
not bring up the same conversations, because it's always possible for any of us to fall. Any of us.
Wow. Great word, man. That's you gotta talk it out. You know what I mean? You know, just going through things, and you know, we hold back stuff. You know, I know I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
You know, holding back. You know, men we hold back our feelings a lot. You know, we try to spare, you know, our wives' feelings and things like that. I was listening to this show the other day, and you can give me your take on it after I say it. But I was listening to the show the other day, and it was two guys and their wives, and they were saying that you know, one couple lived in Atlanta and they wanted to move to LA, and the wife was pregnant, and you know, they had she had a job opportunity out in LA, which made a lot of money. And the guy was, the wife and the husband, they was talking, and they had a plan. They came up with a plan. And, you know, the wife, you know, kind of went away from the plan and did what she wanted to do, because now she got the job making more money. And so they both moved out to LA, and the wife, you know, her hormones was up because she was pregnant. So she wanted everything changed. She wanted all this and that.
Typical.
And the husband was like, nah, baby, you know, we need to stick to the plan. Everything will work out. You know, we do this and this and this, you know, it's going to mess up. But, make a long story short, he eventually gave in because she nagged him so much. She nagged him so much. You know what I mean? So he gave in.
Wow, there we go.
And they wound up going through hard times, unnecessary hard times, because in my opinion, I felt like he wasn't man enough to stand his ground.
Woo.
You know what I mean? To say, no, I understand, you know, your hormones is up, but you can't make a permanent decision on a temporary feeling. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? So, I just want to get your take on that. Like, how do you feel? I mean, that was my opinion. I feel like that us as men, we have to stand our ground sometimes, because women are emotional,
right?
And they think with their emotion.
Absolutely.
And most men are logical. I'm not saying all men, but most men are logical. We're logical thinkers.
Absolutely.
And you know, we think things through.
We think like this.
Yeah, we think like this. They think like this.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, like that's my opinion. I feel like more men need to like stand their ground.
Wow.
Like, what do you
I knew
think?
you was going this powerful, and it's like you, and I think that's beautiful about you. I can tell that you stand your ground, but you do it from a place of love.
Right.
It's all about where it's coming from, though. Like I think men. I mean, we're in a state that we are in the flesh because Adam did not stand his ground.
Yeah.
The whole world is destructive because he didn't stand his ground, and I think it's two things that have to happen. She has to trust you.
Yeah.
For her to be able to listen to you. There's a difference. You provide for your wife.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't providing, you ain't doing it, they're not listening to what you're saying.
Right.
And I think sometimes you have to allow them to be mad. Too many guys are punks, man. I'm gonna tell you the truth, though. Yeah. You know, I used to always say, "No woman running me." That's never gonna happen, bro. I'm not built like that. I don't care if I have 20,000 men in my church. I am not the man of this house, but I am the priest of this home.
Right.
And I'm gonna make the last decision, not because I say so, because God says so. That don't mean that your opinion is not included, because your opinion might be better than mine, but not at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think that no woman want no punk, man. I'm going to tell you straight up. No woman want no man that they can run. They'll test you. They'll try you. But it's actually a turn on for a woman when you're willing to stand your ground. And I think you got to think futuristically in every situation, because she's going to blame you later. A woman can say, I want this and I want that. And then she'll tell you, well, you ain't have to buy it. And you're like, well, I thought that was what you wanted.
That's what you said you want.
It's because
I'm trying to make you happy.
Turn on your nutty professor voice. And just because she don't know what she wants, sometimes you have to be the answer for her and be like, no, I don't think it's wise at this point. Well, the answer is no.
Yeah.
And that's it. And leave the conversation alone.
Right.
So I don't care if she texts you about it, say she mad, bring it up 35 times, because you know women are very rhetorical.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they meet you and they ask you the same question 35 times to see if you tell the truth. But sometimes the answer is no, and that's it. Like, ain't nothing else to talk about.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can't care what they feel if you know what they feel is going to hurt your future.
Right. Wow. See, it ain't just me. Kentay said it too.
Yeah, y'all know I'm the most radical person in the Christian community. I don't even know if they like me. I don't even care.
Yeah, man, we talking about gender role reversals and
how does this conversation even end, Chris? This is so.
I don't know, man. This is it can go a whole.
I ain't in no rush, but go ahead. I'm gonna say this is powerful because we're really helping people, and Chris is helping you from a perspective. Think about this. Chris is an example of what a married man should look like. You know.
Wow.
You know,
I'm trying.
In my life, I haven't been the greatest example. So now you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting somebody that's actually living it through the storms. You get it from somebody that actually fell in the storms but came out of the storms. So I think look at his life, look at him and his wife's life, and I think he's somebody like Chris. I'm not just saying this, and you know, I can be a bit emotional. You inspire me.
Wow.
And you don't even know it because
I ain't trying.
Because it's something like to say nothing to a boss.
I found in my closet.
Yeah. But I looked at your life, and even when I come over and spend time with you and your family, I think it's beautiful that you and your wife have a well of love that's still flowing and bubbling. Yeah. And people
still like me, man.
Yeah. That's important, though. You gotta like each other. But I think that people have given up on love, and love is really real, but you won't find who you need and what you need. Forget what you want. What you need. God said he supplies all you need. God gives us what we need, not what we want, because what we want is normally not good for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but you out there saying that love don't exist? No. Tonight you probably need to go start kicking some people out your house and saying you got to go. You got to pack your bags. It's been 6 years. You ain't paid no bill. Negro, you got to go.
You got to go. That ain't love.
Because now it's time to win yourself. And when you win yourself, when God sends you a gift and sends you a treasure, you appreciate it.
Right. And I feel like, we talking about gender role reversal. Like I really feel in a marriage and in a relationship, it has to be, it's not 50-50. It's whatever it takes. You know what I mean? Like whatever it takes. Like I might get sick, and can't function properly, so my wife got to step up. I can only give 10%. That means she got to give the 90.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And the same thing with her. She might be 1%. I got to give 99.
Right.
Like we got to do whatever it takes. You can't come into a relationship saying, well, here's my 50. Where's yours? You know what I mean? Like, I'm only going to do so much. Like, my job is to wash the dishes.
Yeah.
Your job is to do the laundry. You know what I mean? And if she hurt, she don't feel like it. What's wrong with me doing the dishes and the laundry? You know what I mean? Because she's not feeling it. She don't feel like doing it today. So, you have to come into relationship mindset. Marriage is not a business. Nobody's on payroll.
All these secret accounts and all
that
stuff.
Secret accounts. Like me and my wife, we share the same account. You know what I mean? All my money goes in there. All her money goes in there. We pay our bills out of that account. We take care of our household. We take care of our kids. You know what I mean? There's no secret. You know what I mean? Like even when I got a credit card, I got another credit card with her name that's linked to the account.
Right.
And the same thing she did. You know what I mean? So, there's no secret. You got to be open. And now me and my wife, we're getting to the place, because I don't want people looking at us saying, oh, they just got it together. No, we don't. And, we've been married 10 years, together for 16, and we still learning each other. That's too, because as we growing and we're maturing, there's new stuff to learn. You know what I mean? So, we're trying to do the whole talking our feelings out. Wow. You know what I mean? Like we got a saying over our bed that says, always kiss me goodnight. You know what I mean? So,
wow.
Family is important to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know, you gave me props and stuff, but
that's real.
Like I came from a home where, my mom and dad, weren't together, when I came, but I seen great examples of, a husband and a wife. I have aunts and uncles, that had it.
Shout out to your family.
Yeah, my family. Matter of fact, my Aunt Mary and my Uncle Joe actually canceled me and my wife. They performed the ceremony at my wedding, and they've been married over 50 years. You know what I mean? So, like when you said earlier, get with an older couple.
Yeah.
We're a testament to that, because they're still going on.
Yeah, the Swains.
They still kicking it.
Yeah, yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So, and they told us some stories, like what they went through and things like that. And they said, this is what y'all got to expect, but y'all got to stay together, talk it out, pray. You know what I mean? No secret. Like I'm like you said, man, like if I'm feeling tempted, I should be able to tell my wife without her judging me. And the same thing with her. Man. She's feeling tempted or not even tempted to cheat, just tempted to spend unnecessary money.
Right.
You know what I mean? She should be able to tell me and talk to me. Like, yeah, babe, I just got this bug to go shopping. Babe, we can't do that. We got bills. The kids got this and this and this. We got this coming up. We trying to go on vacation. Or we trying to get a new vehicle or something. You know what I mean? Cause I know I get tempted too. I got Amazon app on my phone and I just be putting stuff in my, put stuff in there. Waiting to get that extra money. Yeah, I'm going to get this and, I'm going to go ahead and hide it, She be like, that's new now.
I ain't been to Ross.
I ain't never seen that. You don't pay me no attention. That's why. Y'all flipping on.
Yeah, trying to change the argument.
You don't pay me no attention. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
See, that's why I don't even like talking to you no more.
Yeah, create an argument, right? But I think that's real, though. Talking about just covering from each side, though, man. And I think it's epidemic. And I hope we touch on support about the church, too. Let's not forget that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. We definitely had you back.
But we got to... but it's just one of those things, man. I think that we have to expose ourselves. And that's why, like, I always expose myself, bro. Because I tell you what, here's the thing. Everybody has to know what they're responsible for.
Yeah.
I'm the guy. You're the guy that can preach Jesus, create plays, do comedy, have a podcast, be a great husband, do stage plays, dinner theater. You are reaching people. That's ministry. You're pastoring. You're pastoring from your perspective and God's purpose.
Wow.
I
never looked at it.
So if I'm clicking the Facebook button, I'm pastoring from my perspective and God's purpose. And I have to be real and I have to be relevant, because people are dealing with the issues that I talk about, mostly in the church more than the world. We're trying to help the church. We're trying to help the community, but we're hiding in the church just to save the religious culture.
Wow.
And I think through all this, and I know we're winding down, is that through all this, the role reversals, the gender role reversals, that's in every aspect of the church and the community and the culture. We need to get back to the origin, and that is God. And I believe that He will not only save your marriages, He will heal your marriages. He will even put relationships back together. And He'll even take that relationship right now with you and your boyfriend that could be living in the projects, in the hood, fighting every day, domestic violence. He can take and make y'all a great couple.
Wow.
If somebody teaches you the origin.
Wow.
And give you a new environment. So God bless you, Chris. Thank you. Please support Chris.
Thank you.
Clark, please support him. And I said this in the post. I see sometimes Chris share stuff and he tags people. He shouldn't have to tag. And even when I share stuff about Chris, I get 1 or 2 people share it. If I share a post, y'all will give me 24 shares. Sometimes. Depending on how y'all feeling. Don't be fickle. Don't be fickle and tell Chris when you see him in public how much you appreciate him and what he do. And if you pastor say, I'm going to get you over to my church, you've been saying that for the last 5 times he's seen you. You know what he can do. Stop fronting and stop being a fraud and invite him out because he gives you great material. And you guys will call people in and pay them $5,000, $10,000 when you can get him for a less rate and even get a better performance. I'm not hating. I'm just telling the truth. You ain't got to like me. I can't wait I'm going to have a church one day with 20,000 people and I'm going to cut that check for you, bro. When you come, you better believe it.
Man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're going to cut it here, man, but we definitely going to, I'm definitely going to have you back. We could touch on more topics, more, just encourage people, entertain them, inspire them, again, just get the people your social media so where they can follow you.
Man, I sound like I think I'm at the Breakfast Club right now. Motivator May 37 at IG.
Yeah.
That's MOTIVATORMAE. The May is for my mom, Jessie May.
Wow.
37 at IG. And Kentay Smithbey on Facebook. And really, this is an opportunity. I thank you guys for liking and commenting. But please go to Chris' page, go to my page, and share this as many times as you can because I believe that it will help the community. It will help the church. And will shift our culture because God came to save the world. That's the culture. He came to save all of us, the church people and the community.
Yeah.
So share it, please. Support Chris. Inbox him. And if you got topics that you want to talk about, I got a friend, Marlene Dowling, on here right now that I want to bring on your show.
Okay.
She having it, if you don't mind me plugging it.
Go ahead.
She has a conference, February 9th, that's Saturday, that I'm going to be a part of. A Greatest Exodus Church in Philadelphia, PA is between 6 and 8. Marlene Downing. Find her on Facebook and be a part of what she's doing. But it's people like that has a story that she's been through that can help and affect change. And I want to introduce you guys, man, because I believe you can be a benefit to each other. But let's remember wherever you are and whatever you're doing and whatever you're struggling with, God's grace and mercy is sufficient. He don't change the way He feels about you. We change the way we feel about Him. And faith is not based on feeling. It's based on just faith. Believe when you don't even feel it. God bless y'all.
Wow. He's Kentay Smithbey. I'm Chris Clark. Again, y'all check me out on Facebook and also Instagram.
Tell them what you got coming up, bro.
Chris Clark Comedy. Also March 16th, the Dinner Theater Show. I call it The Old. It's a one-act stage play. Also, you get a full course meal. And we just gonna have a great time. It's at Heaven's Way Beth Shan Baptist Church. East 1029 East Landis Avenue in Vineland, New Jersey. Tickets are $25, only $25. You can get them online, chrisclarkproductions.com, or you can contact me on all social medias, or you can email me at chris@chrisclarkproductions.com, and we'll make sure we get you some tickets because it's definitely going to be a great show, and you're going to laugh, you're going to cry. Cause that's the purpose of my company, Chris Clark Entertainment. We want to educate, inspire, and entertain. And that's why, I came up with this, other avenue of my own podcast show. Just bring on people like Kentay so we can sit here, talk about issues and also talk about solutions.
Yes, man.
So again, appreciate y'all. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Thank you out there, Facebook and Instagram world.
Share.
Like. Also, this show will be available on Podbean, for, Apple.
Bean pie.
Huh?
Oh, I thought you said bean pie. I would have
Podbean. That's Podbean. Podbean. You can download the app on your Android and also your, iPhone. And also it's available on Apple Podcasts, on iTunes. So please, this show that we're doing now will be available tomorrow morning, so you guys can go in there. You can like, you can comment. Please rate the show 5 stars. Leave a comment. Let us know how you feel. You know, if the show's blessing you, or what. Like Kentay said, what do you want to talk about? What do you want?
Right.
Topic do you want Chris Clark to bring? To the podcast show. And also some guests, man. You know, I'm looking for some guests, some people, some experts in their field, some people that just love to chat. You know, open-minded people. I don't want to talk to no closed-minded people.
And this show, Chris show, when he told me about it, his show is for the saved and the unsaved as well.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
so if you can be a gang member that's an ex-gang member, you can empower people to change their ways. And so he's open to all that stuff. And I'm speaking for him because I'm speaking for his heart.
Right.
And I know I can do that. Chris is just amazing. And please support him, though. Please support him, man. Please, because he's doing some great things, man. Like, you know, he's amazing, man. Humble hearted. And I always tell y'all, book him now, man. Because don't be talking about I know you later on when he 30K. And don't let him dumb you down, bro. Get your paper, man. Everybody else doing it.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody commenting, man. We got a lot of comments and likes and stuff on the Facebook Live. Yeah, Felicia, I definitely want to get you on. Felicia has a book out. Felicia has Felicia has a book out right now, and that's very inspiring to everybody. So I definitely want to get her on the show and talk about it. She winning awards already.
Shout out, Felicia.
Shout out to Felicia. But again, for the people that didn't get it, for the downloads on Android, go to Podbean. It's Podbean. Download that, and just look up the Chris Clark show, and it will come up, and you'll be able to hear this particular show tomorrow morning. There's already a show on there from last week. Myself and a friend of mine, Everett Branch. Mm-hmm. We had a great conversation. So that show is on there, and you'll be blessed by that too. So again, man, appreciate y'all. I love you. I'm Chris Clark. He's Kentay Smithbey, and we out. Peace.
Yeah.